Hey guys, how y'all doing? Yeah, I just want to talk about a very important topic. It's just something that I've always had in me that I've always been looking for an outlet. I think there cannot be any better time than this to let it out. It's about a major concern and how we as Black people think. I think a lot of times we have this belief that a white man has caused us so many problems, sometimes irreparable problems. That's how sometimes we even view it, that the black man is never going to pull through our current predicaments because the white man sunk us so deep that it will be almost impossible to get out. That is a notion that I would like to dispel. First, the black the white man never came to Africa before 1400s. Let's say around 1450. And before that time, we had a period where major tribes, major ethnic groups, major states were fighting each other for power and control over the other. So it's not like Europeans came to Africa and did something that was new. No, it was something that had been going on. It's just that they took it to a different level. Slavery wasn't introduced to Africa by Europeans. No, Africans were enslaving Africans. Europeans were enslaving Europeans. Chinese were enslaving Chinese. So it was a common phenomenon. It's been with humans since humans started multiplying. So I don't really see that. But then the question is, how did it get to that? How were we so weak that Europeans were able to colonize us? That should tell you that Africa was not developed before the white men came. Because if we were strong, they wouldn't have conquered us. So why were we weak? Because if you look at our history as a people, we have never at any point in our history taken full responsibilities of our life. We always want to fit into somebody else's life. Have we ever thought of creating our own world? No, because we don't think critically. It's all about critical thinking. In 1451, in the 1400s, Europeans were thinking of calculus to Greece civilization, Roman civilization. Even the period of the Dark Ages, there was still a lot of civilization to talk about. So why were we so stuck? A lot of times we hear people saying ancient Egyptians were black. Whether they were black or not is not important. And if they were black, then we should be crying now. We should be not crying, but we should be wailing. We should be like we should feel very bad if we think ancient Egyptians were black. Because what happened to the black man? Look at a big difference between ancient Egypt and us now. That's a different topic. I don't want to go into it. So, why? Listen, it's an open secret. Wherever there are more black people, there's always poverty. Why? Go to South Africa. I mean, the blacker it gets, the poorer it becomes. Why? Why? What have we done? I believe in God. I believe God created us all in His image. So the white man is not better than us. But then we are failing to reason We are failing to think. That is why the white man always looks better than us. A lot of times you hear people saying, "Oh, we would have been gone, we would have been developed if the white man didn't come to Africa." Brother, I'm telling you, that is a big lie. What did we do before the white man came? It's sad that as a black man I have to be saying this, but what did we do before the white man came to Africa? There were no schools, there were no form of formal education. It's not like the black man was investigating about digestion or listen, the sad thing is we didn't even write our own alphabet. We didn't develop our own alphabet. Like everything we do now it's almost entirely developed by the white man. In my country there's this language called Chi. And even the Chi Bible was written by Germans. Like what can we do? Can't we be responsible for our own life? Let us create our own world. And we can only create our own world by being responsible, by thinking, by realizing that we are responsible for our own well being. Now, if we feel we are responsible, that's when we'll start thinking. Because right now, we only look at problems, we don't think of solutions. We think of solutions as belonging to the white man. That's why you have the white man sit down and think about how to get people to interact, and then he will create Facebook. But then the black man would only think about, like I don't want to go there. Look at African politicians. You have Fode Sanko and Thomas. No, not Thomas Sanko. Ahmed Tijan Kaba fighting over power in Sierra Leone, killing millions. Go to Rwanda, go to Uganda. These are all black people leading the crusade to what? Annihilate Africans. We are killing ourselves. I don't care what you believe. I know a lot of times we say, oh, the white man supplied the weapons. Nah, the white man didn't fire. The white man didn't pull the trigger. It was the black man who pulled the trigger. Who killed Malcolm X? It was a black man who pulled the trigger. I don't care whether you say it was the white man who gave him the idea to kill him. If somebody tells you to shoot yourself, you will become stupid if you shoot yourself. So if you look at all the predicaments that black people are facing now, go to Harlem, go to Detroit, go to Chicago, go to Ghana, go to Nigeria, Boko Haram. Who are they? Are they white? No, they are black. It's sad that 50 years after, it's surprising that independence of African countries and the civil rights movement occurred almost at the same time. So, realistically, we can say it's been 50 years after the black man everywhere was left on his own. Develop your own world. And what do we see now? Go to Africa. It's sad. You go to black communities in America. It's sad. Go to black community in Brazil. It's sad. Go to black communities in Mexico. It's sad. Go to black communities everywhere. South Africa. Go to South Africa. Take Joburg, take Pretoria, take Queen Elizabeth Port out, and you realize that you are left with poor black settlements. Why? What is the problem with us? It's not a white man. It is the black man. Let us think. Let us think of solutions. Let us be responsible. That is the only way we can develop. It's sad. It's disheartening. Then you go to Ghana right now and you see a lot of rich men, the only thing they're interested in is building houses. You have some rich men who have 100 houses. You have some rich men who have thousands of cars. You have some rich men who are only interested in properties. But then we fail to, when was the last time you heard a rich African The richest black man is worth about 18 billion. He's a Nigerian. What's his name? Like Adenuga or I don't know. But he's rich, $18 billion. But you never hear the black man saying, let us sponsor a research into malaria. Malaria is killing a lot of Africans. You never hear black men saying, let us do that research. You never hear a black man saying, let us invest into research into HIV. Look at this recent Ebola. How many black men donated good amount? I'm not talking about mediocrity where you have black men donating $1, $2. No, I'm talking about 30 million. Let us do research. Let us get black scientists. There are intelligent black scientists. When do we hear that people are sponsoring them to go into research? No. We always look up to the white men to come and, take care of our own predicaments. It's sad. If we don't start looking at things from different angles, generations upon generations, we would be poor. And that ain't gonna be good. Please, black people, black men and women, let us know that it is our responsibility to develop our own world where we will fit in better than any other person. We are not the only people to have been slaves. No. Jewish people have been slaves. Read your own Bible. Jewish people were slaves in Egypt, but they don't go around crying about something that happened long, long ago. They are fighting. They are working hard. They are thinking. We are failing to think. Let us think. Let us think. Let us think. Critical thinking. We lack that. I don't believe that black man has a lower IQ. I just think we fail to use our IQ. God created us all in his image. We have the same IQ as the white man. The only difference is they use their brains and we don't use our brains. Not at all. Just go to Africa. Go to the black neighborhood. Everywhere in the world. Let me just end here. Alright, peace. Let us think. Let us use our brains.